So I've heard many people say that growing older means slowing down, but I think it just means you choose your challenges a little more carefully and more meaningfully. For me, that challenge came with four hooves and a wild heart. Hello, I'm Carol. I've been an equestrian most of my life, rider, caretaker, teacher, and sometimes student. Now in my 70s, I'm still learning new lessons every day from my horses, from age, and from this little one that I just brought home. She came from a feral herd, pretty wary of human touch and unsure of what to make of us. But every day I see a little more trust and a little more curiosity. We're learning each other's language. Mystery came from a reservation roundup. She and several other foals were rescued and given a chance for a soft landing. When I first met her, she was wearing a halter and a drag line. She was thin and fuzzy, still holding on to long baby hair. On a trip to visit my mare in training, I happened to peek in the stall and could see right away that, although fearful, she was very curious. She reached forward and touched my hand before backing quietly away. I couldn't get her out of my mind. I really didn't need another horse. In fact, I had just found homes for two others to cut down on winter chores. But I do have a weanling colt who could use a buddy to grow up with. I believe it's always better to have them acclimated to a herd situation. In my mind, it teaches them manners and respect. For several years, I studied Mustangs and their trainers and was amazed at how much could be accomplished by using their calm and quiet training methods. So I brought Mystery home that weekend. We had to learn, or I had to unlearn and do a different way. While I'd handled many domestic foals, I typically started when they were younger, and the mares were gentle and quiet, which the babies usually took their cues from mom. So with Mystery, my movements needed to be slower and more intentional. I'm so grateful that she bonded with me so quickly. We did all of our beginning work in her corral that had limited space. I didn't want to take the chance on her getting away from me out in the open. Within just a few days, I was able to remove the drag line, and she would allow me to get close enough to attach the snap to her halter during a work lesson. I'm thinking she must have some paint bloodlines because of her markings. When I first saw her, I thought her tail was flaxen, but upon closer inspection, it seems to be mostly white. I'm thinking seriously about doing a DNA test to see what exactly is in her background. Not that it really matters. We spent several days just getting acquainted with each other. She learned to give to a slight pressure on the halter, walk with me, walk around me, and then stop and turn. She had to get used to some scary things, such as more movement from me and things moving outside her corral. I introduced everything slowly and with care, not to overstimulate her, and always allow her time to reset before resuming. She learned that the rope was not a scary thing, and it actually felt good to scratch her itchy spots. And she had a ton of itchy spots and really came to love being scratched. I was a little nervous about removing her halter and wondering or hoping that I could catch her again, but she was very good about it. As long as I approached her slowly, scratched her a little first, and reassured her she was such a good girl. I believe horsemanship isn't about control, it's about connection. And whether you're 20 or 70, there's always more to learn. I hope by sharing our story, I can inspire others that it's never too late to try something new. This channel isn't just about taming a wild foal. It's about staying active, staying curious, and finding some purpose later in life. I'll share what keeps me going. The routines, the mindset, the aches and joys of it all. And I'll share how my horses continue to give me strength and balance, both physically and emotionally. Every season of life has its challenges. This is mine and my joy. If you believe in second chances, the magic of horses, or just in the idea it's never too late to start again, you feel at home here. Welcome to my channel and to our journey. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next chapter of Mystery's journey.